trend kits, trend set. I don't know if I'll make anything, but the assets look goddamn incredible, man. And it's such like a massive like kit, you know. And I haven't even barely gotten through the game yet, so it'll be a while before I even look at this stuff. But man, bring out the big. All right, we're gonna listen to that shit. Bring out the big guns, man. I'm gonna play it, man. Too bad I couldn't have gotten to this tracking game and then like brought out. I wanted to talk to him about it on here, man. I don't know if I'll get to the end of the game though. Hey, what up, Steve?
Hey.
Hey, man. How you doing? We're on stream right now, man. You got a pretty mouth? Yeah, he says that a lot. Yeah, yeah. Some people would probably say you got a pretty mouth, man. But yeah, this is Steve Big Guns, level designer over at Media Molecule, all kinds of designer, I'm sure, you know.
What are you streaming?
Huh?
You got your stream.
Oh yeah, I'm on stream. It's twitch.tv/NinjaMikeWZ. We were just listening to this track. This is Steve Big Guns. Ball. I don't know if... Let me make sure they can hear you on here.
If I can... I don't know, sometimes last time... Twitch.
Yeah, I think I hear you on there. You're fine.
It's by far. You're not anywhere near.
Random.
Yeah, man. I was checking out the trend kit, you know, and I saw this Trend Tracks Bring Out the Big Guns track. The song, you know. So I was like, let me bring out the boy Steve Big Guns and we can get one of this interview done. Nah, it ain't gonna really be an interview. It's just me checking out some shit. But I'm playing Trend, you know. I'm gonna get back to Trend here real quick.
I'm trying to see it. Some random girls speaking.
Oh, you know my name, man. Ninja Mike WZ. Maybe it's an ad. Who knows? I don't get no ad revenue and shit, so I don't. Where the fuck is Trend now? I've lost it. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to search it. Never.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten anywhere near like where your stuff is yet. You said Cluster 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm on it now. Of course, like a massive delay.
Oh yeah, you probably are. I can hear it doubling up, man. You know, on the stream, the audio. But hey, wait, I can go through here. Can I go through here? Was this like, hey, something else is open too? Oh, I can get somewhere else. I was getting to the part where it said I needed memory cards. Trickier challenges.
Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like you're on, you're on the first map.
Yeah, the first world. I'm still pretty off. But like I said, man, that song was on Steve Big Guns. You know, bring out the big guns, you know. And they announced you. I remember they announced you. They were like, Steve Big Guns is going to be working on this. And I was like, hell yeah, man. Like, you guys got no idea. I mean, some of the creators out here know, you know, man. But like, I've known Steve since like LBP. And like, we were both community creators. But Steve was like the shit, man. Steve was the shit, you know. Like, he'd come up with so much crazy stuff. Like, ways to do stuff that you could never even think of, you know. He made like a damn first-person shooter in Little Big Planet before anybody had even made like a first-person shooter. And I think at that time you were doing it with like the camera glitch and all that kind of shit, you know. But
yeah, trying to get it working, like shadows are popping and stuff, kind of push it.
yeah, I remember.
See if you can do it. It's kind of fun just trying stuff out.
Yeah, and you weren't even supposed to move the camera that way back then, you know, but you made it happen. But the nice thing about this, like, they were showing the kit on the stream, and I was like, okay, John's heading this shit up. It's gonna be all on grid, snap together, like, makes life a lot easier, I'm sure, you know what I mean, to where you're not having to do any crazy like workarounds. You're just like, okay, this works. I got it. It works. You know, I can just put it together.
Make it easy, so it's not fiddly, just trying to align stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to align stuff, you know.
You just focus on making fun stuff instead of just trying. just position something in place. But
This dude, Indie Dreams Media, in the chat, he asked, SBG did the, that's you, obviously, you know, your own initials, you know, did the Sky Junk stuff. Was that something you did, Sky Junk? I don't think so. I don't remember that.
It's like, which one was it? It's Sky Factory.
Sky Factory. Oh yeah. Was that one of yours?
Yeah. That was like LBP 1.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the days, man. But man, like you shot, oh, you fucker! I ran around the damn corner. I'm trying to get like another star on here so I can get to the second world. You know. But it's got a great curve, man. The way I've seen it so far, like I love the control scheme. I love everything about it. You know. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong stick.
Trying to make it interesting. What you can do is it's pretty much a 2D game that you're on.
Yeah.
You're just on rails, but it's, you can change direction. It's a bit like LBP3 almost. You can change.
Right.
Just having multiple lanes you can go in. And,
Right.
the core gameplay is kind of 2D since you're just restricted to forward and back. You haven't even got a jump.
Yeah.
To make that kind of interesting.
Yeah, for
varied.
sure. It's a little tricky, you know, when I'm coming up to it, like when I gotta like, oh, I gotta use the elevator, you know, and like sometimes the camera like disorients me a bit, and I'm like, oh no, wait, I gotta go back, not forward, you know, in a good way, you know, and it's definitely using some other like skill functions in the gameplay, you know, that you wouldn't normally have in a normal 2D platformer, you know, which I do dig, you know.
Kind of like LBP1 vehicle games, but
yeah,
all simple. They don't do much.
I was telling him earlier, like I had like that lowrider on. Damn it, I threw all my cargo off. I had that lowrider on LBP3 that had like a similar control scheme, you know, like L2, R2, and the right and left thumbstick for the hydraulics. You know, it wasn't. I didn't get nowhere near to like this level of production, obviously, because I wasn't going to do all that. I would have just made like one level, you know, but it was tough. Like it was like a tricky thing. Like, oh man, if I really want to do this, like, so I'm getting that vibe from it where it's like, cool. I was like, this is exactly something I've always wanted to play and do, and now I can, you know, without me having to make it. And it's all you guys together, like combining your powers and shit. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. No, well, so you
quite a while, just like. We had like a lot of time between other stuff, so it's like polishing it nicely for ages.
Yeah, I bet, man. For
just
sure.
Trying to make it like varied and add stuff to it to see what you can do to make it. It's quite a lot of levels, and it's like if it's just a train going around delivering cargo, it gets a bit boring. That's kind of
right.
what it was initially. It's kind of just simplistic delivering cargo, and then it's like trying to add more kind of functionality to the vehicle to allow more varied gameplay and more objects added on. It's like
right.
gradually it's trying to it's kind of like LBP pretty much, like adding new hooks to the level, kind of focusing on different things. The first ones are quite basic.
Yeah.
I think this level here is like the first level I made just to it's just to test just to see how like the start gate and stuff worked quickly, as I say, as make something with a lift quick and end up
nice.
It's really basic.
Finally got to World 2 here, man. You know, I just needed that extra medal on one of the levels I could nail 2 or 3 on or something, you know. Yeah, the start gate too, man. That's a lot like LBP as well, man, now that I think about it. You know, like the little race gate things we used to have.
Yeah, it's kind of like a start.
But it's got that nice, cool mechanic where you can like get like your perfect engine rev, you know, like like Mario Kart or something, you know what I mean? Sonic Racing.
Mario.
See, I haven't played Mario Kart since like maybe N64. I mostly played it on SNES. So the one I know it from is Sonic All Stars Team Racing. Yeah, which is basically just Mario Kart, you know what I mean? But that's where I know the mechanic from. And when I was asking about it, my boy Kiff and Chad, he was like, yeah, you can, if you hit it on the second one, you can nail it, you know?
Yeah, it's just we did initially try to put feedback in it, but it ended up, I did have like Rev Your Engine that appeared on like 2, so it kind of helped you out a bit, but it's just, people can find it out, and just, if you hold it, like you kind of, the wheel spin out, or you kind of get the boost anyway.
Did I get through? Oh, damn it, I still need one. Okay, I gotta get this one. I could have sworn I got to something after I did that. Yeah.
I suppose the like fiddly stuff, like little logic things that made the thing really expensive at the end. It's like, you
Yeah.
have to like build really big levels, and like
Right,
as it gets
right.
more and more expensive, the more stuff you add. Like the boost, it has to like work with the magnets or upside down, being backwards and stuff. It all kind of changes.
Yeah, for sure. I saw a little bit of that looking at the... Because I didn't want to watch anybody play it, but I was like going through like the Twitch category, and Dream seems to be popping off. There seems to be a lot of people playing it, and I just let it linger on like the thumbnail where it would autoplay a bit, and then I'd be like, okay, I see a little bit of it. Nope, I don't want to look at it. I gotta play it. I gotta play it for myself, you know, like that kind of feeling, you know. So it was really, did I finally get it? Yes, I got a second star. All right, I can move forward. You know, guys, like I wanted to bring Steve on directly for his levels, but I was like, man, if I don't get him on here soon, like the time zone difference, you know, over there in the UK, and we did, you know. So I was like, I better get him on now, you know, while I'm feeling it.
I kind of made like a bunch of levels, like going like last couple of levels. I think like the one dropping down and stuff. I made they're like one of the early ones I made before there was even like boost or flipping or anything like that, and
So
or
you
crashing. It wasn't like crash states or anything initially.
Yeah.
They're like really old, and then
So
yeah,
one
this
of the,
one I made as well.
this one you made?
These are all basic ones. Just like this is like I just made some just to test the boost out. It's
Nice.
just like a long track. There's the boost.
There we go. That felt pretty good
Ends
there.
up in the game.
I nailed it. Ah, damn it, I'm like mashing out up here. I don't need to.
These ones are pretty simple and basic. It's like the decent ones I made are like Cluster 9. I think the first level, Christoph made the first one, which is the Ferris wheel one. It's like quite easy and simple, and then it gets into the
Yeah. Say that again.
kind of,
Who made the first one?
I think Christoph and Cluster 9, like, he made this Ferris one, which you just go like on a Ferris wheel, but it's a couple times, and then
Nice,
kind
nice.
of like a bunch of them set in a row. But then it's like the final ones are completely skill-based challenges. So it's like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
survival challenges. It's got like one that's similar to what's it called? Is it Cowabunga from LBP1?
Oh yeah, yeah, nice.
So
I mean,
the old one there. It's the fifth one.
that is such an LBP thing too, as well. Like little contraption, like elevator lift things going all wherever, and you know what, wherever and whatever kind of thing, you know. And
Yeah.
Ferris wheel kind of thing. I remember trying to make a Ferris wheel in a LBP. Mine was going like way too. It was like one of the first things I made. Like it was going like 1,000 miles an hour, and like you just had to like try and get on it and get launched like way over to the scoreboard somewhere and hope you don't like overshoot it or undershoot it. It was such a stupid level, but that's like intrinsically fun, man. Like lifts
Yeah,
and
fun.
elevators and contraption type stuff, contraption type things, you know.
It's all kind of physical, which is fun as well.
Right, right. Is
Trying
that
to build something in gameplay that's like it actually uses physics and
Yeah.
mechanical joints and stuff.
right, right? Can you guys hear Steve? All right, you know. I'm gonna see if anybody answers. I don't know, man. It says welcome to the chat room. Maybe I got disconnected on chat. My
Made
stream's
this
still
one as
going.
well,
though.
it's just like-
You made this one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a test to see if you can just to try to make a track that's just dangerous and
Yeah.
stuff and kind of just like spawn a danger thing around the track and see if it can drive around and drive through it, and it's just like really short. A
Yeah.
lot of them are quite short early on. I
Yeah.
just like make them easy to kind of test ideas out almost. And it's like, oh yeah, just do this little idea and then on to the next idea, and rather than making like big long levels, it's just
Right, right.
lots of different ideas of where you can take gameplay, and then it's like I just made like really long LBP style ones that as long as I could in the terminal streams.
Oh, the battery went flying out. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man. You just like start laying tracks, see where it goes, and then maybe it didn't come together right away, but maybe once you made this shape by having like trains intersecting, you were like, oh, I could focus on just that and like turn that into a whole thing. You know what I mean? And then that level might fit here, it might fit there, it might fit somewhere else.
That's kind of what I did on the last one, but I went like into proper like motif thing where it's like, you get about 15 or 20 motifs and then build a level with it, and then just pick the right motifs to make like a looping layout to make use of the space. And
Right.
This one's a bit fiddly. You have to like get your camera in position to see where they're coming from.
Yeah. It feels good though. It's just tricky to learn. You know, because I'm getting like a new skill set, which is like, oh, I can't go as fast as I want, and I gotta like learn to slow down here and like make sure nothing's in my way, nothing's coming head at me, Frogger style.
Really learn the timing when you're doing it.
Yeah, it'll definitely take me some practice. Oh, damn it! I was almost at the finish line there. I see it now. Okay, there we go. Ah, see, if you nail that little boost thing, you can coast through the first one safely. Whoa, don't. Whoa. Trying to get it, trying to nail it, man. Ah, but it's really nice to see that spirit of LBP live on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like, there's not many games that just use like physics-based gameplay and using like hexagonal levels, and it's quite simple. It's just got like a nice little it's got more of a world map. That's the world map's pretty much from Mario 3D Land.
True. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man. But you've always been like a fan of that, like physics-based gameplay. You know, like every time we're talking about it, man, like you're like, I'm trying to do something where I want to like do something physics-based. I want to do something physics-based, physics-based this, you know, and then we'd go, oh, like this or like that. It could be this or that, you know. And both of us just going like, yeah, I don't fucking know, man. And like, who knows if it ever goes anywhere, it doesn't. But this, I know it's like you have the propensity to, you gravitate towards this physics-based type stuff, you know, and it's nice to see that clean grid type arrangement with everything and precision in the logic and engineering and everything. But for it to still be, ooh, I passed that level at least. Can I go down here? No, I can't. Oh, what can I do here? Oh, helicopter. You know, but to see that mix, see that kind of precision and exactitude mix with the true to media molecule physics-based gameplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what LBP was. It's like mostly, I only bought it because it was a physics-based game. I was playing Half-Life before that, which was like one of the first decent physics-based games that had a lot of cool moments, like just picking up the bricks and weighing down the seesaw bit and things like that. You know, the gravity gun when you got to play with the dog character, you know, the robot, and just throwing the ball when it would fetch it.
Right. Yeah, just
progressing that idea of interactions.
Yeah, that's interesting. Even the reason you bought LBP was like, oh, physics. I like physics. It wasn't necessarily like some other component, probably like multiple components together, but you know, and then liking the look of what you see and being like, oh, I could try that out, see if it's any good, you know. And by chance,
I think it's like the polish and stuff. Like I like the graphics, to say like super realistic. So I wanted something that I could get on the PS3 that actually looked good. There wasn't really any realistic games like that actually held up. And it's still better than any other realistic game because it was. You can only do that in 2D. Wow, like in 3D, it kind of breaks down and doesn't look great.
Right. Yeah, once you pick like like almost like you're taking a picture of an object or something for like to post on Instagram. You know, if you're one of those kind of people that does that stuff, pulling that.
It still looks quite impressive. You know, the first one I seen off it was the GDC demo with like I think it was like Mark on stage and like Alex. I think you know they were showing it off. There was like no gameplay. It's just like in a backdrop, and like when it's placing stickers like on the cloth would like ripple and stuff when you place the sticker on, and always like polish things that you don't get. And then the character, like, you know, you could wave your arms in the way you could make the wheel spin, and then the other character swung up on top and started running on it. Like the interaction on it was like quite interesting and fun.
Oh, for sure, man. LBP was out of control with that kind of stuff. That really is interesting, though. I don't know if I've seen, like, that GDC presentation. I know I've seen, like, tons of deep-cut LBP videos and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's like why I bought it.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about the little demo bit where they shown, you know, the little bit of platform. I didn't really care about 2D platforming. It's like, I just want to mess around with all the physics stuff because it's quite cheap. It's like I was just playing Half-Life and stuff with the gravity gun. It's just like,
right,
exactly. 2D where you can just like mess around with it.
Yeah, play, you know, play with shit, you know, see what it does.
It's actually LP1 was a bit. I kind of prefer it, even though the gameplay is a bit better in 2. The gameplay in 1's a bit janky, but it's kind of nice to see the clever uses of physics in it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing, like the ragdolling, the fun. But this feels precise, like it doesn't, it's doing its own thing. But it's definitely got that same kind of thing, like you said, the photorealism. And that was definitely something really fun about LVP as well, was like that kind of almost photorealistic style for the technology at the time. And really looking at this in Dreams, like because you guys picked that kind of diorama perspective. Where the hell am I going here? Nope, it's the wrong way. Because you guys picked that kind of diorama perspective, it really does let you like dial up the detail, you know? Oh, I'm doing it again here. I need to get on that other side of the track there, but how? Nope. How do I switch here? Now we're getting like a puzzle level. Or I'm just completely brain dead. Is there a switch here? Oh, maybe there's an earlier switch? Nah. Yeah, Valhalla said game had amazing physics. Andy Dream said the kinetic gameplay is very satisfying. Okay. So.
There's another track to the right.
Another track to my right. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 tracks when you jump.
Yeah, oh, yeah, but how do I land on that, man? Because it lands me like straight into the other one. Let's see. Oh, maybe. No, that ain't it. Oh, yeah. Oh, a little bit slower. Now I see. Don't overshoot it. Now I see it, man. I knew it existed. I just had no comprehension of like what it wanted me to do until I finally took some time to look.
The only thing I find annoying on this is the corners that you can't boost around them because you just come off. And
yeah.
there's no good way, like with the physics, like I came up with a way of just putting a downward force, but then that just kind of can create those issues.
Right.
And it creates like jittering as well. Like if you have a downward mover and it's just like going around, it starts like jitter a lot.
Ah, nice. That's pretty interesting, man. Like I can see, like because you kind of at some point in order to create like controlled physics that you can still have be precise, you've got to kind of like make your own physics. And I know looking at one of your puppets, like your platformer puppet, I did it again, but at least I didn't like crash into it. Looking at like one of your early platformer puppets on here on Dreams, like I could see all the stuff you were doing, like storing and like converting like the momentum of the character and all that stuff, you know, so that's something that you had the knack for as well.
There's a lot of like bits on here that overrides like the physics side, like this all the time. It's got like stabilizing physics on there.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of got like raycast and stuff that kind of you get it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That stops it. Because so without the stabilizing stuff, it would like tip over when you went around the corner every time.
Right. Yeah. You need something to bring it back a little bit. Like, I know there's like the angle and rotation sensor. I haven't looked at the logic or nothing, you know. Like that can pick up like the tilt, like, ooh, you tilted too far. Like it needs to get back to the track a little bit. But based on the amount of momentum you have, like match those, pit those two values together, see which one comes up strongest. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's how it's done. But you know, or you can detect it with the laser scope as well, you know?
Yeah, I think it's like, I use like raycast and then...
Yeah.
Combined with like sensing rotation and stuff like that, and the raycast, like if it detects you slightly tilting, it kind of tilts you the other way, basically.
Right, a little bit of...
Yeah, it's kind of the same as when you make a floating vehicle that's kind of, you know, standard kind of car. Like floats above the ground, doesn't actually use any collision for the ground surface, which is how games normally kind of do it in a car, but it's like a really simplistic way of trying to match the ground angle, which kind of helps in the stabilizing.
I lost it. I'm not gonna lose it, man. I can't let it go even to practice. Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, we're like, it's almost like you're running like your own physics engine on top of it, you know, and then letting things happen.
And if you're going to use the same conditions, it's kind of consistent, so it's not like weird and doesn't fit fake in this.
Right,
like
exactly.
2D physics in this as well. If you have done a lot of jumps and stuff, because you couldn't, you know, it's like you jump off a jump and it's not going to perfectly, because of physics, go in a straight line. So you're going to land on the track and it's going to be slightly off, and then you're going to miss, or it's going to hit the side and go on the side and go wonky and just crash. But it's like just 2D, that kind of locks you in in the kind of plane you're in.
Ah, yeah. So like
And that's like on all the cargo and stuff.
like your detection is basically just using like local space to like snap to the truck's orientation. You know, like what its true north is at the time. You know, and
Yeah.
then it really is just creating a 2D plane as it goes. Yeah, I feel you. That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's kind of helped because all the physics and the wagons and stuff are kind of 2D at that point, so you don't get random jitters
No,
to the side.
no bullshit.
and
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah,
If
you
it's
don't have
your
to worry about
yeah, if it's
inconsistent physics. It was getting like inconsistencies. It just felt like random.
yeah,
You
yeah.
couldn't make skill-based gameplay where you randomly something would not land on a jump. Like initially, you couldn't even have a jump.
True, true. I know some people speedrun LBP, but every time I go and look, they're just playing like some like community level nowadays. But they used to be a pretty good LBP speedrunner, and I know there was like ways you could nail it, and I got good enough to at least like get all the trophies and everything, and maybe do some leaderboard stuff sometimes. But yeah, sometimes you'd never know like what the physic was gonna do in LBP, and this is like much more managed. You know what I mean? Much more managed. So it's much more predictable, you know, like even though it's got the LBP physicality to it, like people can rest assured that it's tight and precise.
Yeah, the only issue is because the way the physics works, like there's like seams in between each track bit where Dreams uses kind of like balls for the physics, and you're on the
Yeah,
quality you can see like it's made out of just a bunch of balls and you're shaking.
yeah.
The smaller the ball, the more chance it has of intersecting things. So it's kind of random.
Yeah.
It's based on the frame it does it.
Right. So, because it's dependent on like how much is being rendered at the time, so it might like have more or less balls, you know, so to speak, at the time, and that can be when what's causing like objects moving too fast and going through the collision and stuff. So it's like that. It really does have like physical atoms and stuff, you know, to an extent. They're not like the size of atoms, you know what I mean? But like that's how sometimes you're getting like the collision things, you know. But you can work around that by controlling your physics.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of hacks. The track pieces themselves have like fake collision on the monorail bit, the balls that actually ride on, but with monorail it's invisible on the inside. You kind of overlap it and then soft lane to create an overlap, or else it thinks the joints are walls.
Right. I was watching something like that recently, and this is not all props to the creator. Like they did make something cool, but there's like this cool like little marble puzzle thing moving blocks around. I had some things I could be like, oh, maybe try doing this or try doing that. But that was one thing I saw watching people play was the pieces when you put them together, they weren't like quite connecting sometimes, and the balls would get hung up, you know. And I knew why it was happening watching it. I was like, you really got to like stretch those things to the very max of the grid a little bit, and then do something like you just said. Like I wouldn't even thought of that actually, you know, like smooth the end a little bit so that they will just kind of really truly slot together with like no seams whatsoever, you know.
Yeah, that's the best way for things.
Yeah.
Also, you get issues where the smaller the ball, it can whatever ball touches first. It's like a small ball. So you see the little clip bits there. The front and the back. It has like a little physics like hook shape that you hook on wagons and things.
Yeah.
Exactly. That used to be like the collision around it, or the collision that was actually colliding was like a bunch of little teeny balls, and if you would land on stuff, they would intersect, and then I think the first thing to intersect causes the entire object to intersect and just like merge through walls and things.
Right.
So you fall through the floor quite a lot.
So what was the solution to that then? Like the little...
You got like a ball around that doesn't collide with whatever the hook has to collide with, but it collides with like other geometry. So
right. Something more
just
generalized.
one single like larger low quality ball surrounding it. It's like,
Yep.
It's so much bigger. It still the issue can occur, but it's pretty consistent in comparison to just being like 50% of the time that it just merge into the floor.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. And by doing that, by giving it a more generalized shape, you take like this, it's not really an odd shape. I mean, it's kind of common shape, like a horseshoe U-shaped thing, but it's slightly off at an angle, maybe a little dip down or whatever. So by making it a generalized shape, you know, you're fully controlling its like radius with symmetry. You know what I mean? Like no uncertainty of what's landing where and what's hitting where by making a fake physical shape with like an invisible actual physical skeleton controlling some of the consistency. There we go. Yeah, pretty cool, man. Yeah, that must have taken a long time, like, doing all that over the years, you know? Like, people would be like, oh, man, trend, you know? And there were so many years past, I thought it was coming then, you know? But we finally got it, man. Like, I'm really excited that it's out, you know? And it seems things are doing good, man. You know, Dreams on PS Plus. And I've seen a lot of activity, a lot of people playing stuff and having fun and enjoying it.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that not like she was just like continue on like on like PC or something, like, just to have something, you know, using it. It's not so long to get to the point, and like, it just felt like it's just finally got the engine working to be able to make stuff. I thought I spend it.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, they were even talking about that, like, only a tiny bit, like, on the MM stream, talking about, like, having to hold up and wait for the kit, you know what I mean? Like, to be fully finalized, to just, like, get through, you know, like, I want to just make this level, you know, and, like, you can't use that piece yet, you can't use this piece yet, you know, and, like, a development process. But it being all built on a kit is pretty damn cool, you know, and making everything modular. What did I do last time that's, like, that I'm not doing this time?
I think there's a little tutorial there, little screen box.
Oh, let's see. Oh, maybe I have to do the flip. Okay, that opens it. Ah, okay, there we go. Ah, it wants me to learn tricks. Now we got it. Nope. I don't think I did it there. Did I? Come on. Loop, loop, loop.
There's nothing else on consoles that you can...
Nah, there really isn't.
No one else is going to make anything like this.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that can only happen in Dreams because, like, it's the same with, like, creators. Like, you can make, like, literally whatever the hell you want. Like, you're not, like, beholden to anyone or anything. So, like, whatever the hell it is that you want to make, you're free to make it. Get some plays on it, and people will probably enjoy it, you know? And this, like, specifically, like, where the hell else are you going to find this? Like, this cool, like, train puzzle flip thing, like, you know, big cool adventure, and a kit where you can, like, make your own levels like this too. Like, that's really elaborate, really full and robust, you know? You wouldn't get that out of a lot of things.
Yeah, I think it's like, if you almost, like, make good quality games that you release as standalone and then it just links into the main game. I think it's like when you put it under the heading of another game, it kind of feels a bit less valued than just having a standalone game.
Maybe, you know. I mean, from the get-go, like, I was used to always paying for, you know, LBP level kits. But really, like, you're just getting it free this month, you know, like, after that, it's, like, back to Dreams being a paid game, you know, maybe there's a little bit of traffic will boost it. Honestly, you guys, if I was Sony, like, this month is cool, but, like, you could put it, like, on PS Plus, and that could be a draw for, not PS Plus, regular PS Plus, I mean, PS Plus Essential, you know, if that was enough of a draw for it, I don't know, you know, but that way there's, like, recurring value in it, you know, and it's always remains a draw on PS Plus, if need be. If not, don't worry about it, you know, but I think I've seen enough traffic, like, enough random things, like, there must be people popping on here, you know. And
this is quite hard to find stuff a lot of the time.
Maybe
there's so much stuff. That's like...
Oh, for sure. Well, this month I got, like, a bunch of stuff curated, at least, you know. I can find stuff, you know, but I don't know if you've ever watched my streams or not. I have no idea, but I can just be, like, totally stoned out of my brain and, like, barely knowing where anything is, even though I've gone there a million times. And that's just a me thing, you know? So it's hard to really know, like, how it is for, like, the average user, you know? But I've seen, like, people you know, new players streaming lately. Like, they are finding stuff. They just gotta, like, learn the language, like, start with, like, what they see, you know, like, what a few people tell them to search, or random words that come to their head. They're like, what should I search? And sometimes it's Wario. Sometimes it's Wario. It just is what it is, you know, because they're just, like, the first time, first time, like, using something, you know. But that's just a start, you know. Once they learn how to search, and then maybe someone comes in and goes, oh, you should try this, or have you played this, you know, and whatever, you know, and then they go, oh, okay, let me find that, let me do this, let me do that, you know. And it's just like things emerge organically. You don't necessarily need the Twitch for it either, like, but it does. That is another way of discovery, you know. But I know people are obviously doing it offline as well, you know. Yeah, I got through that course, man.
I think I was watching a video of someone earlier on saying kind of thing. I think they got to like the first tutorial bit, and then they just went on and started playing Mario.
Yeah, started playing Mario. Hey,
Mario level.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had a Switch, I don't own a Nintendo device. Like, I haven't had one in a long time, you know. I might be playing some Mario too, but I like Dreams, man. Like, I like it. Switching around to different things, and sometimes off kilter, like weird stuff, like really does it for me, you know. Can I back into that without like losing my cart? Decouple wagons, nice. But everyone's got their games, you know what I mean? Like, you play COD, like I see all my boys on Twitch here, like they all play different games and things, you know? Operate sliding tracks, okay. You know, so everyone's got their games that they go back to, but maybe they can, you know, like I said, come back to this one every now and then, you know? And that's how, like, it can't always be like permanent lifestyle like it is for a lot of us, you know? But if something ends up in like somebody's rotation and like their diet of games, like, that's cool. Like, what more could you ask for, you know?
I guess this one's a bit different.
One sec.
I guess LBP kind of went to it once. It had like multiplayer aspects to it, where this one can be a bit. If you're making something, you can't like show it off until it's like finished, or you have to kind of share it and you can't go into the level and, you know, watch them play. You have to kind of watch them stream it or share play, test it with them.
Alright, I'm back. Don't know what you were saying or not saying, but I really had to do something, man. Big relief, you know? But I'm sure Steve told you guys something cool. You still there, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Appreciate you waiting for me. Man, it's just talking, man. You get thirsty. You gotta do what I gotta do. Plus, I don't just be talking, like, I rap a lot too, you know? So sometimes, like, I, like, really use the hell out of my voice. Wait, can I bring this down? Can I bring this down on me?
Yeah, this has a puzzle element to it.
Oh, look, it's got the broadcast signal on it. Dreamer language. Oh, I gotta get a cart. Wait a minute. Yeah, that must have been what you were saying. Like, this one's a little different. Probably has a puzzle. Oh, here comes a thing. I can wait for it here. There we go. Oh, I don't have to wait for it. I gotta go get it. There we go. There we go. Ooh, just barely got through. Which is the way I want to go. No, I think this is where I need to drop it. How do I drop this? Ah, damn it. I don't know if this is correct, but we'll see.
Oh, yes.
No. I don't even need to do that. There's no reason for me to do this. Let's go. Oh, I popped it out. There we go. Ah, see, I'm getting all discombobulated. It's because I walked away, man. There we go. Ooh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I want to go that way. There we go. And bring this thing over there. There we go. No. No! Oh, there we go. That was pretty nice. In fact, you could do that right there. Yeah, this is pretty damn tight, Steve. Pretty damn tight. You guys really dialed it in. Really dialed it in. I know you guys did all new music for this stuff, too.
Yeah, got quite a bit of people working on it at the end for us.
Just kept growing and growing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember when they announced, you know, that John Beach was going to do it, and then when they announced you, but I didn't see, like, who all was working on it over time, too, you know?
Yeah, it was like, it's myself and John Beach.
Yeah.
He's trying to use that, and then it's like other people came on, and that's spending quite a lot of time is trying to improve the vehicle and adding more functionality to it. You
Right.
can do different things without
So the more,
having like random physics.
yeah, the more ideas came along, the more things you had to adapt to, because they'd be like, oh, could I do this? Could I do that? You know, and then you'd be like, well, let's see if it works, and if it doesn't work, you know, and then have them be like, well, I gotta dial this in more, or I've got to add this, or I've got to add that, you know, to function for each other, you know. Oh, I gotta drop that off in there. I remember now. Here we go. Decouple train. Get through here. Yeah, I'm sure, like, like I said, I didn't watch anyone else playing this, but this stuff's definitely tricky. And I know some players, though, like, they've gotten really, like, into, like, speed running it and setting crazy times. I saw Joe talking about some crazy time he set, and I was trying to get, like, some of the gold things on it. That's about all I can do right now, you know, but I think it's pretty cool that there's, like, the whole speed running component to it. And you can only get that because of the physical viability, the physics viability, and the reliability of everything. Wait a minute.
Yeah, sometimes you may get like failures.
Yeah, that tends to
You
happen.
still like merge through the ground randomly.
Yeah. You've seen
Or
it
you
happen.
get like a scene. Yeah. It's like, because it's physics, it's not 100% predictable. You've like done the best you can to.
Yeah, yeah. But that's
It's
anything,
a
man.
janky issue.
Things can only be 99.9%. That's like nothing is perfect. You know, nothing ever is. And even if you don't find it, someday, 30 years from now, people find it, you know. Okay, so now I bring this.
You just have to use it for the button. And,
Oh, I do use on the button.
I think this is just a bit of pointless track just to get a button.
Alright.
This has no purpose to that one. It's just to make a gate open.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
Okay.
of confuses the main puzzle a little bit on that bit.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not the most intelligent player in the world, but I am an example of a player. So it happens. Let's see. Drop. Okay.
Oh,
Damn it, stop. Drop. Oh! No. This ain't gonna work. Not this button. Oh, maybe I gotta, like, keep them coming out. No, I can't get it in there.
Just lowering it down with a ramp there.
I can't figure it out, man. I'm stoned. I'm stoned. Okay.
Just drop it on the
Okay.
button.
I dropped it.
Back. Just keep them going around again.
Oh! Damn, what an idiot. See, like I was doing it earlier, and then I was like, that can't be it. What am I doing? I blocked it up. That can't be right. Because I saw the solution before I saw the problem. There we go. Shit, lucky you were here, man. See, Media Molecule, man. They can even coach a noob through things, you know? Alright. I get one more in. I think we're on a new one. Let's see what this bridge and construction thing is like. Ghosts. Hey, those are cool. Got some cool pixel art back there. I was wondering if the kit had any, like, the... I guess they have some of it. Maybe, like I said, I haven't really looked all deep, but I was like, what about the cool, like, backgrounds, environment things? Some of those might be in the kit. Maybe, maybe not. It might just be track pieces, but I haven't looked too deep into it yet.
Art pieces are, like, the bits in these levels, and I think some bits of the world maps.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
obviously, I think they're the construction bits. I'm not sure what isn't in there. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at it up. So.
Yeah, there's always a little something left out. Maybe all of it, maybe not all of it, but all the piece things you need, and a lot of the environment flavor and stuff you can use from the kit. But I don't know, maybe you guys out there might be able to, like, dig in the genealogy, see what you can find. I know sometimes people have found things from art streams like that. Way back in LBP, like, you used to be finding, like, secret things that, like, weren't released as, like, an object. I remember it was that stupid, like, flower plant enemy thing, and it had, like, a ball in its mouth. It was like a Venus flytrap type thing. And the ball that it was in its mouth was made out of, like, this one-of-a-kind lava material. And, like, the kids and even the creators, like the serious creators, are like, cool, secret lava material. I'm gonna use that, you know? And think it did help sometimes. It was practical, you know? But it was funny, like, that feeling of, like, oh, I found something by digging deep in the genealogy. And you can do that on Dreams, man. You can, like, dig through genealogy, see, like, how things are made, look into the kits, like, remix things. Totally, like, learn whatever you want to learn, or just mess with whatever you want to mess with. Most things. Some things are privated and just, like, for show. But Steve creates on Dreams, man. Like, this is it. Like, he creates on Dreams. Like, you don't work for Dreams and shit. You know, but, like, even on your own account, like, you've got cool stuff people should check out. Like, incredibly impressive stuff, man. Like, beyond even my capability, a lot of it, you know? And it would take some serious doing to do it. But doing and know-how, man. But you guys know Steve Big Guns. Check him out, Steve _Big _ Guns. And you'll find some, like, incredible, like, puppets and, like, this cool marble thing that he's got that, like, sticks to walls and, like, swims and, like, and it sticks to, like, any orientation of wall. Like, there's no bullshit about it whatsoever. Like, rolls all over the surface, upside down, total sticky ball, you know? And you can detach properly, too. You open up the logic, man, it's a doozy, man, it's a doozy, you know? But you don't necessarily have to open the logic up to use it. Like, you can just pull it, plop it, figure out what the label on the fucking terrain needs to be or something like that. I can't remember. And then you just make your terrain and don't worry about what's in the logic. And then just try to come up with some way to, like, finish the level, add a score thing. Ah, damn it! But yeah, Steve's got crazy stuff, man. Steve's always been crazy. Oh, come on.
Trying stuff out. Time at work and reason.
Yeah. You might have been one of the first people I searched on here, because, like, you were one of the first... Yeah, I mean, you were on my friends list, so it was like, let's see who I know is, like, playing this. And then I was able to find some of your stuff, you know? And I know I saw Jaden hop on once, but I don't think he kept playing. His level's kind of high, though, so maybe he works on something in the background without ever, like, really focusing on it, you know?
He was trying to make a character and stuff.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
A bit busy, I think, to get it to where he wanted.
Nice. Ah, damn it. Okay, I gotta like race the shit out of this one, but I gotta like manage my... There we go. You know Drunken Fist Lee, right? You remember Drunken Fist Lee? He's still working on something, man. He's, you know, he said he's working, you know, he did that, Have You Seen My Pants was the last one he did. And I know he did some cool stuff in the beta, and then there's a predecessor to Have You Seen My Pants too. But he's working on some kind of, like, he said it's like more musical than like the average thing. And the average thing that he's done, like, he's trying to focus a lot on like sound and musicality to it. And he was asking me, like, what should my levels be at? Do you know what the default levels were? And he just meant like the in-game Dreams audio. What was the default setting? I said, I don't remember if it was 7 or 10, but just makes it a 10. Like, trust me, man, like, that's what it should be at. Just bank on the worst case scenario that somebody's got their stuff turned all the way up, which is the way I have it, and mix to that, you know, and then you got nothing to worry about. But I don't know what it is yet. I assume it's probably similar in tone to Have You Seen My Pants, something humorous and psychedelic, but who knows, man. Like, he was always a pretty creative dude, too. That guy came to Dreams, and he stayed in Dreams, and he still loves it, man. And he's still creating like something real that I know is probably going to be good.
It takes quite a long time to make an entire thing.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
have to do everything, then present. It's like presentation on it, where
Man,
stuff like UI and stuff. And
yeah, like I can do a lot of that stuff, man. I can do all of it, but it's like, fuck, man. Because to do it good, you're like, okay, I have to do just this. You know, that this has to be what I'm doing, and then it has to be done right. You know, like each thing, like the discipline can take like a lot of time to truly master and do it like perfect. To do it like this kind of level, and that's like why. Like you can see like the amount of work, like how long was put into it by a lot of people of a lot of different disciplines, you know?
Some people like insane for it and stuff. I don't know, it's like a lot of stuff like this stuff like Sonic, people love to make Sonic.
Yeah, that's true, man. Even some of the
Polish
Sonic shit is crazy, you know? Like pretty good shit, you know? I mean, you play it long enough, you find all the jank, and I usually don't play it that long anyway. But I have seen like some decent Sonic ones, especially if like I stop into somebody else's thing and I see that they're playing it for a minute. I'm like, hey, that one actually looks pretty good. I thought I saw somebody playing some like awesome Mario thing earlier.
Oh yeah, Mario stuff and Sonic's pretty like those polished things.
Yeah.
I was looking at the characters and stuff, and all the amount that you can put all the facial expressions, and they're like using the the bendable sculpts, converting them into
Paint. Yeah.
paint, yeah, but then having it like rigged on the joints, and it kind of bends, like kind of like a skinning arm.
Right.
It's like a, the kind of normal Sonic bendy limbs rather than just using a jointed thing. And then,
Yeah, for sure.
like when you're in the wind, like the bits in your back kind of flutter in the wind, and they got to be seconds, and then the Sonic animations and the actual character is just 100% animated. It doesn't use any of the actual biped at all. It's using a custom character rig. It goes upside down on that wall, so it doesn't use any of the actual puppet at all.
Right. I know, seeing these loops, I was actually like, you could put Sonic on these. If you like just adapted it to like whatever the labeling and components are and things, where you run across it, trigger a thing. I don't advise doing that, but somebody could if they wanted to, But that's the thing though, like those Sonic puppets, like I haven't seen any since they've added like the paint thing that you're talking about. I've experimented with the paint stuff myself, but I just haven't seen any of those Sonic levels for a long time. So that's interesting that they're incorporating like convert to paint type stuff into it as well. And those dudes, like, that's their discipline. It's like trying to make a cool Sonic puppet, So more power to them. Like, they just want to like do what they like and get good at it,
Yeah, loads of people weren't making Sonic Engine.
Yeah, no, Sonic Engine, man. That's crazy.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
You've done it quite well. Like, you run up the walls and the boosting.
Yeah. That's the one thing, though, if you ever try to play any of those, you never know, like, which engine or puppet you're going to get, like, what Sonic assets or elements and stuff. Like, it could be, like, from
so
this...
many versions.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's...
Damn it. Mario's now as well.
Yeah, exactly. I don't follow him, man. The only thing I like is, that dude, the Big Pier, he's got some, like, far-out, like, trippy... It's like an original take on Mario that's like not like any other kind of Mario. It's like totally psychedelic and weird. It's like the live action cartoon, part of the cartoon from when I was a kid, mixed with some of the live action movie as well. But like surreal and trippy, and nobody's named Mario, nobody's named Luigi. They're just the brothers Plumbing or something like that. And it may not be the most polished dream, but it's like gives me what I'm looking for from Mario and shit, where like a little bit of meminess and weirdness and creativity, where I still get that weird dreamsness in it as well, And that's how people can do shit too, is like do their own original version of stuff, Here we go. Come on. I almost got through this one time. Let's go. Let's go.
Like,
Let's go.
Trip's Voyage was pretty good.
Oh, fucking Trip's Voyage is awesome, man. Like, that game is legit. There's like a new, I think there's like, there might even be 2 levels, you know, 2 new levels that I have to play on it, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I swear that
Instead of like new mechanics.
I half wondered if you made that on your own. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, is this like Steve Big Guns, like alt account, you know? Maybe not quite on that level, but close, you know? So, like, that's why that kid got hired, you know what I mean? Like, he polished the shit out of his stuff and built on that foundation once he got it where he wanted it to be, you know?
Yeah, the best thing is take the best things of Mario and don't even try to pretend it's like not copying. It's like still better, right? And the other Sony platform like Astro Bot is like pretty terrible in comparison to that. Like, yeah, it's like Crash Bandicoot's pretty janky and stuff like that. And they'll just try to do their own thing, but they're never that great. So you may as well just copy and stick a cat head over it because it's gonna be better than all the other ones.
Yeah, you know. I mean, credit to them, man. Like, credit where credit's due, man. Like, they're a polished ass company, you know, and they make fun shit. I don't get to play any of it though. It sucks. I don't have a Switch, you know.
The good thing is, it's kind of like it pretty much is Mario who's trying to make it, but then he's like done a smart thing of not having Mario, but then made like original levels that are probably the level design's better than like the 3D Mario's or even the. Like it's got this, you know, the hub structure, which is the best one, where it's like open level structure. You know,
Right.
It's not an open world. It's not like a massive screen. It's like a small contained thing.
Right.
But it's better than like, you know, Mario Sunshine was pretty crap level design.
Yeah, I actually
Mario
really like that.
Galaxy was okay, but it's like linear, so it didn't have the same structure. And then it's like the only other one you're comparing it against, you know, Mario 64 is outdated now. It's got good controls through time and done a lot of,
Right.
you know, stuff without any, you know, inspiration from anyone else. They just created everything from scratch. And then,
Yeah.
like, Odyssey is the only real 3D one that actually has the hub structure and good gameplay motifs that kind of stand up to, you know, modern day.
Right.
Galaxy's got good level design, but it doesn't. It's kind of more linear levels. So it's like the only ones really doing it that I've actually found that type of good structure is like Trip's Voyage and Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. See, I haven't gotten to play Odyssey myself. I believe you though. Say that again. Say what were you saying?
Yeah, it's just I don't know why, like, you know, there's big like Astro Bot's just a bunch of linear levels and it's a bit tired and more, but I don't know why. I just didn't copy the structure of like Mario Odyssey and, you know, the hub style thing with multiple
Nailed it.
Voyage things. It's just way more enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, I'd fucking love a full Astrobot game, man. Like, I know there's one on VR, but I never picked up a VR, man. Like, I really loved Astrobot, man. Like, when I got my PS5, and I got it with Sackboy's Big Adventure and stuff. I got it for Demon Souls, but I ended up playing those instead mostly because I just wanted to platform and have fun. And then I got to Demon Souls like a couple months later or something, or a month later. But Astrobot was an amazing experience that first time through. And then the leaderboards, you and me were competing on the leaderboards. You get smashing my fucking time somehow, man. I don't know how you kept smashing my time, and I had to keep like improving it. And then you must have known, after a while you must have figured out some technique. I was like, I can't even get close to this dude's fucking time anymore, man. But after that faded, and when I try to go back to it, like, I feel like I kind of didn't. There's not a whole lot of going back to it, you know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of reason to go back to it, and it would definitely improve in some ways with more consideration like that, like you're saying about Mario, you know?
I think it's a bit like kind of mechanic gimmicks where you kind of want to see what's coming up next, but then when you've done it, it doesn't really combine them well, like it doesn't progress or anything.
Yeah, you're just getting them in those levels and then techniques to use in the speed runs, you know, once you've learned all of them. And like how the few little biome different things work, you know?
Just collecting all the bits. It's kind of fun when you're going through it. It's just kind of for like more things like Ori done it quite well for like 2D platforming, where it's got all like progression and motifs, and it actually has gameplay that could almost like fit in like a linear, hook kind of style gameplay makers that you'd see like
Right. Yeah,
in
I've
like
seen like
Rayman or something like that. Rayman
yeah,
Legends or something, but it's in a big hub world, so it feels like you're
yeah,
investing your time in something. It doesn't feel like you can drop out at any time and you haven't really lost anything.
right.
What I think works quite well when
Yeah, that
more
way
open
it's
stuff.
got like the default language of platformers, and you can always come back to it. It's not like you come back to it and go like, what the hell was I doing? How does this game fucking work? I don't fucking know. I'd have to start the entire game over to play it again. But if it's something that's like a universal archetype that you just fucking know as a second language, like a platformer and shit, you can go back to that. You can go back to that. You know what I mean? And the Rayman games had that. I recently played a game called Tesla Grad 2, and the composer came through actually to watch. He actually came to watch me play the first one like 10 years ago too, and he just happened to show up for that one too. So dude's down to watch people play it. But that game was making me think of Ori too, because I was remembering the Digital Foundry video where they broke down how their engine works, like how it just uses like multiple 2D layers, just 2D planes, and creates that sense of depth, especially in the second one. Rayman Legends with their UbiArt engine, they're like that too. I watched a video of that, like how easy it is to assemble stuff in that one time, man. I was like, holy fucking shit, they made this so easy for their fucking designers, man. This is so easy. I could figure it out, and I have like no PC experience, not none whatsoever, but like watching it drag and drop, I was like, this is a piece of fucking cake, man. I was like, this is easier than LBP, and
It's making fun stuff.
yeah. But they didn't use that much, man. They made that war game, that I don't think I played that one. I played a little bit of Child of Light, and I kept waiting for a third Rayman 2D one, and they never made it, man. They never made it. They never get to it again.
Yeah, that's a bit weird that they just suddenly dropped, started focusing on more generic stuff.
Yeah, that happens with Ubisoft a bit. Like, I can play a bit of their big AAA open world ones a bit. Like, I played a little bit of Odyssey, AC Odyssey. I played a bunch of Far Cry 3, bunch of Far Cry 4, and I played through Blood Dragon, but that one's short, so it doesn't really count.
I think I finished that one.
Yeah, but I mostly like all the stuff they made in the last 10 years or so. Like, it was Rayman Origins and Legends that I liked the most,
Yeah, the best one. I had the what's it like, Wildlands, like, and Far Cry. I think, like,
Yeah, I like those, but they. Ah, damn it! This is the one I got to do better. I remember this now.
it's fun. Mostly in multiplayer. I don't really play them single player.
Yeah. I never played Wildlands multiplayer. I only played it single player, and that wasn't the ideal way to play it. Plus, I was always playing MGS5, and when I tried Wildlands, I was like, this just feels like too janky. At least on a console, I was like, this is just like too janky to me, and like all the buttons are wrong. They're not the buttons that I would press, you know what I mean? Like weapon wheel and all that, like fiddly stuff. And then like the legs, the way the body would move, like it was nice and snappy, but it was almost like you were a turret on legs, and the top of your body was just like a swivel turret or something, just the way the character would move, and it was just slightly less polished than and different control buttons for me than MGS5, and that was so hardwired into my brain at the time. I just couldn't play it, couldn't get with it,
The level 4 is quite different to that, and I guess the mission structure. I think there's like 3 missions, and they just pretty much just have the same missions, but just changing the locations throughout the map.
Right.
It gets a bit like copy and paste feeling, doesn't feel like. It's a bit like playing it's called Just Cause. It's got like fun mechanics, but the missions are
Yeah, I get my
just like liberate the town.
Yeah, I get my fill of those games pretty fast, especially nowadays, man. Like, I really just don't have the patience for it, and it's like, okay, I understand this game, I'm done with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of know where it's not. You can tell, well, at the start of the day, a certain amount of polish that you put into it at the start. If it's not going to hook you and feel polished, it's like, you're just going to drop it, you know.
Yeah,
exactly. Not much else is coming to it.
Yeah.
Kind of, you already see what's going to.
My cousin always asks me, he's like, oh, how's this game or that game? I'm like, well, I don't fucking like it. Like, I really don't like it, and I stopped playing it, you know. But I'm always thinking, like, he probably won't mind that much because he's not wired the same way. It's, like, impossible to know, you know. Because those games are, people play them and people like them, you know. But I guess people's brains are different. Like, their damn it, I stood here too long. You know, what clicks with them and what doesn't click with them is just different, you know. So it's always impossible to, like, recommend stuff. But I think I got a pretty good eye, you know.
So you kind of have to make it stand out from other stuff you play. Depends on how many games you play, really. If you play like Call of Duty campaigns, I never play a Call of Duty campaign, so they're all just like, they're pretty fun, like when you're on the PS3 era, just having a kind of cinematic first person thing, since it wasn't really anything else doing that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
they feel like a movie rather than, it's not like Half-Life or anything, it's not as good as that, but it felt like you were in a kind of first person movie at that time.
Right, right. And there's something more novel about that, like during that era. Ah, damn it! Forgot to bring it back and drop it.
After you play like a certain amount of games, it's like just go to a multiplayer, you know.
Yeah.
It just feels like the same thing, different locations. It feels quite the way it kind of breaks up with cinematic moments, and then suddenly you get taken out, and then you're in a different location. It just kind of all feels the same. It doesn't feel like trying new ideas and then at all.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because you feel like you've done the same thing, like walk slow, set piece a little bit, sneak a little bit, melee attack. You know, crazy, bombastic thing happens.
When they sneak up behind this guy, you take him out, and then it's like, oh, this is a self-tutorial of the game.
Right, right. Yeah.
Going through the motions.
I guess they kind of make it, probably like younger players, you know, newer players to Call of Duty, and then like people, like, because there's always new people getting into that game, you know? Like, it just never stops. Some of those campaigns are probably like useful for them to like just even get to grips with like playing a first-person shooter for the first time, maybe even, you know, and then it might blow their mind, you know, even if like you, who's like you've seen it all, like you're just like, I'm just going straight to multiplayer, you know. So it does serve some function, even though the meme is like everyone just goes to multiplayer. Somebody's playing those, man. A lot of people are gonna be playing those, you know.
Yeah, I find a lot of games like boring at the start. It's hard. You have to tutorialize things.
Yeah.
It just feels like a tutorial, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to make it feel like you're not playing a tutorial. It just feels like paint by numbers design.
Yeah.
And what comes up is like quite predictable how it's going to be done.
Ah. Yeah, for sure. That is something I get out of Dreams. Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, just switching from thing to thing all the time. Like, it is like, oh, okay, I see how this works. I get like that satisfaction out of it. And maybe it's not even like a full project. Maybe it's not a full game. But like, I got some satisfaction out of it because I got to like just get that little taste of like, oh, I see what they're doing here. I see how they're doing it. And that's like so satisfying for me sometimes. Maybe an entire like game isn't enough to sustain me sometimes. In some cases it is. Like, this is hooking me. You know what I mean? And I'm able to just flow and talk at the same time without feeling too hung up, you know?
It's just quite hard. I drop games quite.
Oh, for sure,
quickly.
Man. Yeah, I'm fucking like full on ADD. And when I'm in a Dreams mood, like I just, damn it, I passed the thing again. When I'm in a Dreams mood, like that's all I want to do is like play and create sometimes, you know, instead of play my other stuff, you know, when I get back on it, you know, and that's what's going on lately, you know, back in the mood for it. And I'm working on a little something, but might be able to get it done by the end of the week, maybe. I would have liked to get it done for today, you know, show it on here while I'm doing this, but it doesn't matter, you know. There's no reason to rush it. Otherwise, I would have been tired of shit on here. Like, trying to do this stream, and I wouldn't have been up for this, like we were talking. Ah, shit. What else you been playing? Anything?
Not much, really. I started playing Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4?
About 10 hours or something, maybe more. Where I just, like,
the remake?
I think I just got to a point where I was getting a bit bored.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's pretty well done. It's like the same as, just very similar to the original Resident Evil 4, where I think Resident Evil 2 I found more interesting. It's like,
yeah.
They changed it from being like isometric camera effects to being, you know, actually 3D, which just felt like a bigger change, even though the structure of the game felt very similar. It's kind of fun to see it. fully 3D and how that behaves for
Yeah, for sure.
that's a
Yeah,
good change in for.
they were able to do a lot more of a significant transformation with RE2. So it was like fresh and exciting again, but still evocative of like the nostalgia. I was wondering like when they were talking about the RE4 remake, I was like, man, this one's gonna be tricky because like fans of RE4 like they love that game, man. Like they wouldn't want anyone fucking with it, you know. And it's hard to change something like that, you know. And it's like, what's the right call, you know? Should I change it this much or should I change it none at all? Ah, damn it! I got discombobulated again, man.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's. Yeah, he did quite a good job on it. It's just probably better than the original. It's just
You've done it before.
you know what's going to happen in the main story moments, which is that's the kind of thing that the mystery is what keeps you going into the
Right.
universe. It's like a film, like you.
Yeah.
If someone tells you the ending, and it kind of ruins the film.
Yeah,
The sense of where it's going, it's gone.
Yeah.
So
That
that's
happens
what
with
keeps you
story-based games, man. They're like one and done sometimes, you know. But I like it. Depends on like what keeps you going and what keeps you playing, you know. And
It's like I never replayed Uncharted games or anything.
I don't replay them often. I did when Uncharted, the collection got like the re-release of 4 and Lost Legacy.
Oh,
I played it again. I streamed those not back to back like in one sitting or anything, you know, but like probably like 3 streams or something. And
it's so
Uncharted
long
4
as
is
well,
really awesome. But you gotta let it sit. You gotta let it marinate and bring it back when like you've forgotten a lot of it, and then you can you can feel it again. You can enjoy it again. You know.
Yeah, smash your head against the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get blind fucking drunk. not be able to function, you know. Fall down the stairs or something. Like Chucklefun. Shout out Chucklefun. Maybe out there somewhere. That's just a friend of ours on here. He always makes these like crazy like bear story BAER stuff like and it's just like intentionally jank, and he picks like some of the craziest stuff and just makes some funny games out of them. Makes some funny games and funny movie type things. Sometimes they're a little too stupid, sometimes they're just right, you know. And the last one was just right. Ninja Bears was just right. For me, streaming when I'm like stoned out of my brain. So he's a good dude. Like, I don't recommend them as like highly, oh, these are like the best games on Dreams. But if you got a sense of humor, you know, you can enjoy them, you know. Ah, man. Come on, I just gotta nail this one. This is addictive. See, I got into the zone where I'm just like trying to speedrun it over and over again. See if I can nail it. Ah, no! Damn it. Come on, click it faster. I want to nail it.
Play the new Zelda as well.
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, you probably haven't been able to play that, like finishing this up, huh?
Yeah, it's like sometimes I mean just like take a holiday.
Yeah.
Like sitting down and staring at the TV, and then at the end of the day, like you just feel like you just basically just tired of sitting in the same place, and, especially when you're working at home.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to sit in the same place that I've been working at.
Yeah. Yeah, that must have changed a lot, man, 2020. Like, you guys, a lot of you guys probably having to go to remote working, you know? I know that's, I only caught a little bit of the stream, but I know that John Beach guy was saying that, like, that this started, like, as a project at home, you know? Just bored and trying to make something for his daughter to play. And that's pretty cool inception of it, you know? But it must have, like, made the work process different than it has been in the past, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. But you got your new house and all that, man. You got your garden, your trees and all that.
Yeah, like a decent work setup as well. I've got an entire room just for working.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got like a dodgy back tendon, so I've got like two office chairs now in one room.
Yeah, man.
Socially.
Is that from lifting all the time?
Yeah, I think all the tendons on the lower traps are like always inflamed, you know.
Yeah. hey, I feel you, man. You know, we're probably about the same age, man. Like, I finally got a damn fucking recliner this year, and like it's made my like just in the last couple months, and like it was like, oh my god, finally my back, finally my back. You know, I couldn't stream for a while, and I mean I coulda, but like it's just better now. I'm just a lot more comfortable. I'm chilling a lot more, and I think it's finally like eased out a bit. But hey, man, that's old LBP OGs, man. That's the stuff we go through, you know. And
I haven't still have the sofa at all, so I always find that the tendons is dodgy.
yeah.
I haven't really sat. I never really sat in a sofa in the past like 20 years because my back and like the tendons on it.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps I've always like just felt dodgy, so I ended up just like sitting in like weird chairs.
Yeah.
I got like one now. It's like a hag disco one, just because it's like you can put your arms behind you when you're doing it. But the only thing is, it's like a saddle thing that hurts your ass.
Right. It sucks, man. Yeah, comfort is good, man. This chair I got was like dirt cheap, man. This I tried getting like an $800 recliner last year, and it broke as soon as I fucking sat in it, man. And I returned that shit. And I had to do a chargeback and all that. But no, I saw this chair at the thrift store recently. They like opened a new thrift store here. And I went in there like around the opening. They had this like nice ass. It's like $1,000 chair, and I got it for like $60, you know. And it's like good, you know. It wasn't like destroyed. The only thing was like whatever they cleaned it with. Like I had to air that out and absorb it a lot, you know. But it wasn't like body rain coated. It was just, you know, cleaning product that needed to like fucking air out and go away, you know.
Lots of bleach.
Yeah. I should have just poured bleach all over it. Nah, it was like some kind of fruity thing. That or like woman's shampoo or something, you know. But it's like a nice, huge fucking chair, man. I'm so grateful to have it, you know. But it definitely makes life easier, man, for sure. Come on.
I got the Hag one. That's quite expensive. It's like $360 or something.
Yeah.
It's made out of plastic, so it's like hard plastic.
Yeah.
It's got like a T-shaped back, and then I got another one there. I think it's just over 100, where it's got another like hard back again. And
Yeah.
It's kind of got armrest stand thing on that. They're both like just swivel chairs. And the only change, I can't find anything else. I got another chair that I had for like the past 20 years. Which is another one.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so it's like, finding one's quite difficult, but comfortable. You can't really try out a lot. Like on the, if you go to a chair store, like you can try it out, but then it's still got dodgy tendons. Like after a while, it just become like painful. It's like you just have to like try out millions of chairs to find one comfortable.
Oh, damn it, man. I got like behind it. Idiot. Yeah, I feel you, man. But hey, you know, like, it's too bad we're not like pro esports like Twitch streamer type dudes and shit. Like you're like an esports Call of Duty dude, and you're like, this is the chair I sit in, like the max fucking 500 gamer X, whatever the fuck, you know, and get like free chairs that probably aren't comfortable, and then have to like torture yourself sitting in them, you know, for like 7 hours just for a paycheck. Anyway. Oh, come on, get over it. No.
Like glider heat on them as well.
Yeah.
The wheels just tear stuff up everywhere.
Oh, no, damn it. Yeah, I feel you. There's this dude, like, when I took a break earlier, man, like, one of my neighbors, this dude, like, in a walker and shit, and, whoa. Oh, I didn't do it. I almost dropped it right on there. I'm trying to just beat this one fucking level, man. But he always goes out there and plays the guitar. He's a pretty chill dude. We doesn't talk that much. Kind of hangs with, like, the hoes and the druggies a little bit. But he's old, so who gives a shit, you know? And, but he hangs out there and, like, plays this cool-ass guitar sometimes, you know? Not very loud, you know? It's not, like, annoying and distracting. But he's chill, you know? But that guy's fucked up, man. But he's still getting around. He's still enjoying himself, you know? One of many around here. Whoa. Okay, come on. No, damn it! Oh, I gotta hold it. Okay, I got it now. I got to hold it. I gotta be in that zone and hold it. There was a couple times early on where it was just like, okay, I do or don't hold it. You know what I mean? And I probably just never totally sorted out whether I need to or not. Okay. Ah, reverse again. Come on, come on, no! Go, 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 go. Come on. Just want to finish it. Come on, around the bout, around the bout. Roundabout, roundabout. Ah, shit. Nope. Here we go. Took too long. Took too long. Took too long. Went around too far. No, damn it. Alright. This is definitely taking me, like... I want to come back to this and keep playing them, but, like, this is, like, just full-on, like, speedrun material. There's Trip's Voyage.
You can skip that one as well, I think, if you go...
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to get, like, medals and stuff. Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah, you can, like, skip it and then you can go on. I don't think you need all the levels. You can go to the...
Oh, yeah,
I think you can go next as well when you get to the...
Oh, maybe. When you just get to the exit.
So you can skip the level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can actually play all of them in, like, the cluster.
Yeah.
Unlock.
Oh, you can. You can skip them. Well, let's see. See if I can figure it out. Alright, let's see where it starts me. I just want to see how my progress resumes.
It normally starts on the map and then you can just, like, drive to the next one, or you can go next when you...
Oh, see, I need two more medals. Let's see. Or I just drive up to it. No, I can't press next. Not until I get to it. Memory cards. Oh, these are trickier than normal challenges. Oh, they're memory cards. That's why they were tough. 2855 green. Let's see what's up the green way. See if there's anything new that way. Nah, that takes me to that helicopter thing. Yeah, I think I just need two more medals. I gotta, like, nail some times. Those are gonna take me some time, man, to get them right.
Oh, yeah, you won. They're quite easy to get more stars or pips.
Yeah. Yeah. Early ones I can probably nail more. Those red ones are tricky, man, because that's what I was trying to nail. And I never finished it as fast as I was trying to, man. It definitely takes a little more coordination. But I got enough to almost get through here. Can't do it right now. Special track, 2855. That one's probably tough, man. The special tracks. Anyway, man, it was pretty fun. Pretty fun. And I'm definitely gonna play it, because, like, I gotta play the hell out of it. But I'm telling you, man, getting those medals, man, it's tedious. It's not it's not the right thing to stream, you know, for me anyway. But
yeah, it's good.
Because I get hung up and obsessed, you know. Get hung up and obsessed, and I keep trying to... Trip's Voyage is out too.
3 hours in a row.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. Essential Dreams, man. You got Tren, Trip's Voyage, Locke, Ascent Remastered, Triangle Ascension, Pig Detective 3. I'll be in Pig Detective 4. I don't know if you saw that or not. Pig Detective 4 by these people. Sebastian, Team PD, Seb and Lottie, and then all the other people that are in it. But I played through that one, and they watched me stream it, and then they asked me if I wanted to do a small, tiny little thing for it, and I did, you know. So I appreciated them asking me. There's tons of stuff on here, man. I gotta play this too, but it's like too much commitment right now, you know. Backrooms is cool.
Take quite a while.
Yeah. Anyway, man, I really appreciate you coming on, man. I really appreciate you coming and talk to people.
Yeah, it's getting, like, late, almost, like...
Yeah,
Get
time
on
zone
before it
difference.
gets, like, super late again, where it's, like, 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
It's like falling asleep.
Yeah, for sure. I know, I almost wanted to get on last night. I was like, I can't do this to him, man. He'll be fucking, like, dead tired, and I'll be barely able to stream, like, 3 hours, and we'd be all screwed up. But anyway, yeah, Frank, what up, Frank? Kiff, DX Cats to my boys. Okay, let me type something real quick here, man, and I'll get us out of here. /raid. Let me make sure Joe Ryan's still on. I won't hang you up too much, Steve. Just let me do a formal conclusion and stuff, you know? Okay, Joe's still on. Good. Okay, perfect. /raid Joe Ryan. All right, Joe Ryan's working on Robo 2.0. You guys will probably enjoy watching him. You might even be over there now. You know, he played Trend too. I think he got a lot further than I did, and he's better than I am, man. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on here, Steve. I appreciate you coming on, Steve. Steve Big Guns from Media Molecule. Check him out on Dreams. Check out Trend. Anything you want to say, Steve?
No, I'm good. Yeah, yes, it's been good to catch up with you.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you so much for doing this, man. I'm sure it made for a good stream, you know. And thanks for making Trend. Thanks for being my boy, man. You know, we gotta play something soon. Try Fortnite again or Fall Guys. You know.
Yeah. It's always good. I haven't been, I guess just been busy like the past few months and haven't really done much.
Yeah, I feel you. Me too, man. You know, wasn't too on the Dreams, and yeah, and you were probably like, I can't talk too much. I just gotta get this shit done. You know, like we're coming in on the closing crunch and all that. You know, I was like, yeah, I know, man. And I don't know what the hell I was doing, watching a bunch of movies. But anyway, man, that's the stream. I'm gonna close my stream out on here. And then we can talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, man. Steve, I'll see you around. Peace.
See you later. Have a great